Anglo American was founded in 1917 by Sir Ernest Oppenheimer and focuses on platinum, diamonds, copper, iron ore and coal. De Beers is a division of Anglo American and was founded by Cecil John Rhodes in 1888 in Kimberley. Anglo recently bought another 45% of De Beers for $5.1 billion from the Oppenheimer family. Anglo American has a market cap of 362 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 10.6 and a dividend yield of 2.4%. Did they make the right decision in buying that additional tranche of De Beers?
I think so, because, I mean, obviously the Oppenheimer family, long associated with this industry, decided the converse, that they'd rather diversify. But I think the diamond business, given how volatile it is, belongs within a larger financial entity such as Anglo that can suck up the ebb and flow, because it is a cyclical industry, because there's a long pipeline from discovery of the diamonds to their eventual sales in the jewelry items.
Anthony, from your perspective, did they make the right decision in buying De Beers?
I think so. I think if you're buying an Anglos, you get distinction over the other diversified miners. In that you get exposure to diamonds as well as platinum, and I think that as Paul said, with a bigger balance sheet behind them, De Beers can absorb the ebb and flows.
Is the news flow now more positive around diamonds? For a long time it was very negative surrounding free, fair trade of diamonds and the like.
The diamond industry, what's got to understand is you get these kimberlite pipes and they occur where they occur. We know the major ones are here in southern Africa, in particular the Botswana mines in Venetia, which is up in the northern province of South Africa, Limpopo. You've got big pipes in Argyle in Australia, but that's of low quality. And then you've got other bits and pieces and alluvial diamonds and that kind of thing. So the major assets are here. De Beers controlled that industry for many decades, and they basically de-stockpiled when things were going well, and then they just took stuff off the market when it wasn't going well. Now that was fabulous, but it didn't really fit with people's idea of a proper competitive environment. So that was basically broken. Now De Beers is, part of the Anglo group. The Botswana government is there, given their significant player. But it's become a lot less well controlled, you could say. The old diamond trading company is no more. So it's tricky. It's a tricky industry, big capex, and tough to know where it's going next.
So let's look at Anglo American's share price graph, and the value managers are piling in fast and furious. What do you have to say about where Anglo American is trading right now, Anthony?
Yeah, it's definitely trading cheap. I think coming back to the diamonds, you have to bear in mind as an investor that if you're going to invest in diamonds, the demand for rough diamonds is erratic, and that's due to a few variables. As Paul mentioned, it's not the supply isn't as tightly controlled as it once was. De Beers own about 10% market share. Then you've also got a lot of the stones being cut and polished in India, so the strength of the Indian rupee is a demand determinant. And lastly, it's a sector that is exposed to some pretty wild stocking and destocking cycles. I mean, as a producer of polished diamonds or finished diamonds, you don't want to be accumulating stock at the wrong levels. You'll get burnt.
Paul? You like the growth story.
So now Anglo is bigger in diamonds, and I think that's net probably a positive. They're going to need to see where it goes and make decisions around capacity expansion, production expansion. The big thing.
But wait, is it a key part of the Anglo American story going forward? Perhaps we can just
get that.
Well,
it's clearly now more important than it used to be. But in the nature of Anglo's historic earnings, you would see there'd be a year where De Beers was the major contributor. The next year it would be the Mondi business. The year after that it would be Anglo Platinum, and it would kind of cycle around. But for me, the two key issues with Anglo are not, in fact, the diamond business. The one is, can they fix Anglo Platinum? And the other issue is, will they ever succeed in extracting a positive return on that massive iron ore project they've embarked upon in Brazil? So the issue of where the share price is going and can it ever get back to 500 and whatever it was, is the answer is in the solution to those two problems.
Anthony, can I go hot or not on Anglo American, unless you can answer any of those questions that Paul has just put on the table?
I'm hot on Anglos. I think it's a diversified miner that gives you optionality in terms of diamonds, and as well as, as Paul says, if they can fix platinum, you will see the stock re-rate.
Hot or not on Anglo American, Portuan?
I'm afraid I'm going to go with not hot. And the reason is I don't think they're going to be able to get Anglo Plats to trade at a higher rating. Unfortunately, I think that industry is going to be plagued by labour, electricity and other dramas for a good while yet. And I'm really, really concerned that these Brazilian ore issues, they're going to just get more and more bogged down in lengthy delays in terms of bringing the project on stream.
Well, I'm glad you're both substantiating your calls with a strong argument behind it.